Welcome back to Psychedelic Speedway. It's a great day for racing, and after an unexpected hiatus, it's great to be back at the track. This is Restocking the Shelves. I'm Kit KM, and I'll be your host for this Giving Cup tournament. Restocking the Shelves is brought to you by Diecast Racing Report, the official journal of downhill diecast racing. Every Giving Cup tournament raises funds for a selected nonprofit organization. This tournament is raising funds for Feeding America, an organization that supports food banks across the USA. So far, the tournament has raised $255 for Feeding America. If you would like to contribute to the cause, there is a link in the video description. Competitors in this tournament are competing for this prize pack, provided by Gen X Vintage Racing. It, of course, includes the coveted Giving Cup trophy. 28 cars have entered the tournament, which means in the group stage we will see 7 groups of 4 cars each. Today we'll see the 4th and 5th groups, D and E. This is a bracket tournament in which 16 cars will compete for the title. To make it into the bracket, a driver must negotiate the group stage. The 7 cars that win their respective groups will move on to the bracket, and they will be joined by the 9 top point getters from the remaining field across groups A through G. 7 plus 9 equals 16. The winners from the first 3 groups, JB O'Hara, Simple Rick, and Arlo, are waiting eagerly to find out who from today's group will be joining them in the tournament bracket. Here in the group stage, 4 cars will take the track. They'll do 4 laps. Starting positions will rotate each lap. Points will be awarded for the finishing position at the end of each lap. The winner gets 5 points, second gets 3, third gets 2, and fourth receives a single point. Failure to finish a lap will result in 0 points. Alright, let's take a look at Group D. In the pole position on the first lap is Yerby Hair and Nail Salon number 33, driven by Shawnee. It's a Hot Wheels stock car weighing 35.4 grams. Up next, Thunder Girl, driven by Maureen. It's a 96 T-Bird Stalker. The car weighs in at 61.3 grams. Here's Victory Junction, driven by Bubba Wallace, a Chevy Camaro from Lionel that weighs 37.6 grams. And finally, Indelible, driven by Mark. It's a pro racing Ford Taurus that tips the scale at 34.4 grams. That's it for the introduction, so let's go to the party. And the winner is Maureen in Thunder Girl. Moving on to the bracket of 16. Hey, the summer's big event is coming to the new Box Canyon Loop here at Psychedelic Speedway in June. Redline Derby Racing's Summer Pro-Am will be traveling to 4 tracks, 2 drag strips and 2 road courses, starting in late May. Redline Derby Racing, DRR Psychedelic Speedway, Blue Line Racing, and Indiana Diecast Racing host an exciting series unlike any other. Go to redlinederby.com for more information, or see the link in this video's description. Say, before we get back to racing, why don't you take a moment to hit like and subscribe? Okay, it's time for Group E. In the first spot on the starting grid is a 2010 Chevy Impala called 2010 Chevy Impala number 23, and driven by Wade Morrison. The car weighs 67.4 grams. Second in the field is Squanchy, driven by Ollie Dury. It's an 89 T-Bird Stalker. The car weighs in at 59.1 grams. Ty Majeski has his car, Blue Oval, in the third spot. It's a Ford Mustang from Lionel that weighs 61.2 grams. And last in this pack is Rinty, driven by Lee Duncan. It's a Toyota Camry from Lionel that tips the scale at exactly 40 grams. That's the who's who, so let's go to the party. The points say it's a tie, so that means Wade Morrison and Ty Majeski are both moving on to the bracket of 16. We had been saying that 9 of these drivers would be moving on, but now, thanks to the tie in Group E, there are only 8 wildcard spots. That means the drivers listed in the first column are still in the running, but those who moved over to the right, well, their time in the tournament has come to a close. Come back next week and see the final installment of the group stage to see who will cement their spots in the tournament of 16. Thank you for watching. I'm Kit KM, and for all of us here at Diecast Racing, wherever you go, wherever you are, have a good trip.
I'm Pirate Steve!